Something else happened in 2005 that had a big impact on me. My mom and dad were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary that year, and they decided to take the entire family, my brother, sister, our spouses, and our kids, to Italy, which is where my father's mom and dad were born and raised. And part of that trip was to go to the small village where my grandfather was born, down on the very bottom of Italy in Calabria, a little town called Strongoli, and set up on a mountain and overlooked the Ionian Sea. It was a beautiful setting. And we came around the corner, and there it was, my grandfather's house. It was a very old house. We were told that it was built in the 14 or 1500s, and it had this blue door, this magnificent blue door. And I walked over and I touched the house, and while I was touching the house, one of my daughters, Sarah, who is a photographer as a hobby, snapped that picture. And that picture sits now in my credenza in my office. It's a picture of me touching the house that my grandfather was born in. Well, after we walked around the little village for a while, we got back onto our tour bus, and I asked my dad, I said, can you tell the kids, the grandkids, why you think your dad left this beautiful setting to come all the way to the United States in the early 1900s? After a few minutes, my dad finally decided that he'd share the story, and he said, Great-Grandpa Vito Casella left this village because of the poverty that was here. Southern Italy was very, very poor back then, and roughly a third of the Italian population actually immigrated to the United States in the late 1800s to early 1900s. And Dad said that he gave up everything so that he could try to provide a better life than what he would be able to do for his family if he would have stayed in Strongoli. Later that summer, our youngest daughter, Gracie, wrote her college entrance essay, and she wrote it about one of the great heroes in her life. She wrote about her great-grandpa Vito Casella, someone she had never met, who gave up everything for her so that she could live a better life. And she said that the values that he exemplified in doing that, courage, faith, persistence, hard work, and the pursuit of happiness by coming to the United States, was something that she wanted to embody in her life. And she owed it to him to try to get into the best schools that she possibly could to continue that dream that my grandfather Vito had when he came to the United States in the early 1900s. What we did there was we connected 4 generations of my family. My daughter, Grace, to me, to my dad, to my grandfather. And being connected with family is something that's very, very important to us.